this call is all about you and really walking away with some great little things to take back after Summit. But I am going to just let you all, I'm going to kind of some housekeeping items. I do have a presentation with just all the Summit stuff. So hopefully that will help with some FAQs so you can kind of understand, because I feel like it was so much content, as it always is, that it overwhelms. So hopefully this will answer it. And then I want to, anytime that we go over like Mastermind, if you have something that you're going to implement with it, just that's your opportunity to speak. Okay. Even though I'm going to be having it in presentation mode and everything like that, it'll be your opportunity. So please definitely give us your best practices on what you're going to do to bring all this forward. So obviously, as you know, this is our last call. It's kind of bittersweet. It's kind of like we always go like, woo! And then it's like, okay, we're taking a little bit of a break. But I'm going to send you all a survey, and I just want to get your honest feedback on what went well, a couple of things that maybe we can improve on, and obviously, just anything. Great feedback, bad feedback, all of the feedback I will absolutely take. And I feel like this last one, I will say personally, was a lot of fun because it wasn't really me speaking. I say that because it was so many amazing leaders that had the opportunity to come on here. So kind of get an idea for the next format. So the next call will not start until July 17th. So that's 3 weeks. So you literally have 3 weeks to get through the holiday, 4th of July, get everything kind of squared away, and then we'll start on July 17th. That one, so the next 2 quarters, I am going to do 10 weeks. So it will be July 17th through September 18th, which is weird. That's Q3, and then Q4 will start obviously several weeks after leadership. So that's how it's going to kind of roll from there. And then we'll go up until about the week before Christmas, and then we won't start again until 2019. Woo, woo. So that's kind of the schedule with it. Like I said, also, if I had the opportunity to see you at Summit, it was amazing. I did say a cuss word. I'm not going to say it again because there's children and now we're recording, but it was bull crap that I didn't see a lot of you. Probably my fault since I had to skip out early, but I hope you all have the best time. Can I get a thumbs up to Indiana? Like, how much did y'all love Indiana, right? Ooh, love me some Indiana. Christine Carroll is smiling from ear to ear. That's like her home state. So stinking cool. Okay, so with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. I'm so glad I got to see. Oh, yes. Z wasn't there because clearly she was about to have a baby. If you would have gone, you probably would have had her. Let's be honest. I know. That would have been a lot.
I totally would have. Except in my mind, I'm like, I didn't have her. I should have gone.
Exactly. Oh my gosh. So stinking fun. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And actually, let me pull this up first because, my screen is ultra messy here. Okay. Perfect. Let's minimize that so I know where that is. Okay. Share my screen. Desktop. Share screen. Perfect. And now let's present this bad boy. Okay. Let's scroll down. Okay. So obviously this is what was actually given to us before Summit, but we added a lot of FAQs and just a lot of information that I really truly will feel like will be helpful. So if you feel like this is important for your team, please share this with your team. Absolutely. And I can even give you the booklet. So with that being said, Coach Summit, obviously, okay, that's not going to work. We'll just scroll. Okay. Yes, there's a table of contents. That's how much information there is. Okay, Lift 4, obviously, this is nothing new. You all know about Lift 4. There is the launch schedule on this, though. So as you can see, the Facebook Coach Test Group begins. And reminder, if you have something that you want to share, just unmute yourself because I can't see all y'all's, and just speak, please, to give any great feedback, or we could do an open discussion afterwards, too. But if you feel like you need to speak, please do. So with the Facebook Coach Test Group on July 9th, the VIP Early Access begins, obviously, on July 16th. It does have a date right there. It ends September 30th. So you have quite a long time to obviously get them in that. Last day for promo price is July 31st. And the official launch date, so if somebody did not pay for the program, they will not see it in their, I don't want to say coup, but in the Beachbody On Demand until October 1st. Okay. Obviously, you know the program details. I think we are very, very clear on all of this. But there is also, it says in here, required equipment. And then there's a Lift 4 playlist. Who would have known? On Spotify. So there's a little fun fact for you. One really cool thing is this Saturday Joel is doing a live workout Okay, so live workout, lift 4, and question and answer with Joel. So the details are obviously there. He already announced it. It's obviously to drive lift 4 awareness and engage with users in real time. And then Carl will be on that with him. It is Saturday, June 30th at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 11 a.m. Eastern. And then obviously it will be on all of these Coach 411, Beachbody Facebook, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so you find the platform that you want to watch it on. That is that. Mess de Moss. Can we all agree that we have like the most gorgeous super trainer in Dallas? Did you all see her? Hot dang, she is gorgeous. And she's like 29 weeks pregnant, and she looks like she has a little baby basketball, right? Christine Carroll. little. She's so cute. But Mess de Moss, like, and one thing I want to bring up about Mess de Moss, this is the program, kind of like 21 Day Fix, your go-to workout program for your Spanish, Hispanic market. Like, this is their starting program. So keep this one in your tool belt, even, you know, and I would highly suggest that you do try it. She's an incredible trainer. She obviously is doing a lot for the pregnant culture too, so that will come out. But Mess de Moss, this is more about that, 5222. It is a 6-day-a-week program. 24 unique workouts, 30 minutes a day. And it includes a nutritional guide. It is very similar. It's portion control. So it is portion fix with it. And then the launch schedule is identical to Lift 4. So if you know that, there's that. It is only a 4-week program. So it's a little bit longer than 21 Fix. Yeah, go.
Real quick, is there like a sample workout like there was for Lift 4?
Ooh. We'll write that down. And let me ask Carlos.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, of course. I will put that in our chat thread as soon as I get it. Okay, so great question. That's that. Obviously, the packs, printed and digital quick start guide and calendar, all of those are available. And then, of course, recommended equipment is yoga mat and the sandbag that actually comes with a deluxe pack. So I think it's one of those things too that just a reminder, show all of the big pack options because it gives them a huge discount, and then obviously they're able to use it in the program. Okay, next one, pumpkin spice latte or pumpkin spice Shakeology, excuse me. So how exciting, oh my gosh, hearing y'all like hoot and holler about that one when it was announced was incredible. So obviously we know it's coming in the fall. It is September. And it only comes in a 14-pack carton. So be very aware of that, 14-pack, single packets. The retail is $74.95. The Coach price is $56.21. And we are assuming, because we haven't been told yet, that it's 56 PV and TV. So 56 PV/TV. And it is FAQ 1031. Does anybody want to say anything about pumpkin spice Shakeology? And it is vegan.
It's vegan?
Yeah.
Why is it only limited time? Are they just kind of testing the waters?
Mm-hmm. It's one of those, yes. And so it makes me feel like there may be for other seasons, you know, they may come out with other ones, just depending on the cells. It's kind of like beach bars too. It's like
an eggnog.
I'm not an eggnog person. Give me like a peppermint or something.
Candy cane.
Yes, candy cane, something for sure. But it is for a limited time. So I would say blow it out of the water, and then it is something that will probably come back around for sure. Okay, so pumpkin spice Shakeology, Shift Shop Proving Ground. So this is awesome. Okay, one thing I'm unaware of yet, I'll just answer this question right now, is if there is a before test group, like a sneak test group. Have not heard that yet. Okay, so if that is something, this is what I would say. If any of you, and I'm actually going to say this because you're all my girls, are interested in any type of test group, please just message me. Okay. And with that being said, just be aware, obviously it always goes to top 10 elite first, and then we are able to plug in some names. And if they approve them, then typically that can make it happen. There was a little bit of hoopla with the Lift 4. It was so small. They only allowed so few in that one. But if this is something, you know, like I said, with Shift Shop, we haven't heard yet if there's going to be one. Now, obviously we know there's going to be one with Shantiz, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But if that is something that you're interested in, please do message me. Be understanding though that if you have been in a test group recently, most likely your opportunity to get in may be a little bit harder just because they try to get somebody, you know, I think this is the thing. They want a transformation. and they want to make sure that your social media is on point. Well, clearly every single one of you have social media on point. So just be aware those are some of the criteria. But let me know if this is also, because if one comes out, I could definitely help with this too. So Proving Grounds, Shift Shop is relaunching in fall 2018 for brand new workouts to take the shift to a whole new level, as well as new packs. So new workouts include 2 15-minute quick shift workouts that give you a great workout and a taste of what's ahead, plus 2 Proving Ground workouts that will replace 2 routines each week and are designed to test your speed, strength, and get you stronger and faster. Okay, so this one's really, really cool. And there's a bit of time from when this comes out to obviously Shanti's, and so this gives you plenty of time to do this program. Any questions on Shift Shop Proving Grounds? No? Okay. Key dates, as you see, packs go on sale on October 3rd, $10 to $20 off until the end of October. There's the Fit Fomercial, you know, the thing that you're able to give to your people that need to see it to drive more attention, engagement, everything like that. That will come out on October 3rd. The coach test group, that is where obviously you need to sign them as a coach. They're able to get into that exclusive test group, and it does go until November 18th. And then of course, official start to challenge groups ends right before Thanksgiving. Okay. So that's Proving Grounds. Shanti. Oh my gosh. If I could have recorded all y'all freaking out about this one when this was announced, right? Okay, cool. So coming Q1 of 2019, FAQ 820, it is step aerobic style, 6-week program. 20-minute workouts, and it is 6 days a week. Okay, so that's Shanti, Transform 20. So 20 minutes. Anything on that? Okay, cool. To Be Mindset certification. This one's awesome. So any of you that are wanting to really learn more about To Be Mindset and become a mentor, kind of like an ambassador, a mentor for the program, this is what this is for. It is nice because there is a promo price. So the original price is $199, regular price, that's regular price, $99 for the promo price. And then of course it is a self-paced course with digital workbook. It includes a final exam and a certificate of completion. So you do actually get to be like literally in school for this. It's really, really, really cool. It is an ongoing group. So just knowing this, it's focused on education, support, and access to Alana to help support your business. And then it is a $6.95 per month. I don't want to say fee, but kind of price. Yeah. That's what we're sticking with. So it is $6.95 per month to be in that ongoing education with Alana. Okay, so there's that. And that is coming fall 2018. We don't have a specific date on that yet. Okay. We'll keep doing page down and I forget I just scrolled. Okay, this one, I feel like this is where we're going to have a lot of questions. Maybe y'all feel it. And just know that Carl and Jeff are going live about this very soon too. So Beat Your Best is a July 2018 program. It does take place of, oh my gosh, guys, I clearly have not gotten enough sleep. I'm so sorry. Of,
Team Cup.
Thank you. I wanted to say Fall Classic. Thank you, Team Cup. Joy, I love you. Okay, so July 2018 is by helping others be their best. So basically, you beat your best by helping others be at their best, okay? So it is from July 1st through July 31st. Basically, you need to meet or surpass your personal best. So personal best is defined by highest SC month from the last 12 months, okay? So just 12 months. Coaches who have never earned any SC points just have to achieve SC5. So this was a question that came up, and people said, well, wait, I've only had SC2. So if I did SC3, it's like, okay, no, you have to meet the minimum requirement of SC5. So just make sure that's clear. But if you beat your best, you get a bronze medal. If you exceed your best by 5 SC points, you get a silver. And if you exceed your best by 10, you get a gold medal. Okay. So there will be an opportunity for you to register for this. So just be aware of that. And then the team Beat Your Best. So obviously same thing, July 1st through 31st. Team Best is defined by the highest number of coaches that qualified for SC in a given month. And what you get, if you beat your best month, you get a star medal. So the sponsoring coach must also qualify for SC in order to earn the reward. So as Always.
Can I ask
Yes.
you a question?
Yes.
How do we, I'm so bad. How do we know what our highest?
Yeah. Great question. Same question I actually asked yesterday in our meeting. You will get an email that will say what your best was over the last 12 months. So then you'll be able to, yep, for sure. And you do have to register to be part of this. So just like a Team Cup, Fall Classic, whatever, you do need to register in order to take part in this. Great question, Melissa. Okay. Last but not least, new SC program. Are you aware of this? Did you guys see this? Maybe you stepped away at Summit, but this was announced. Starting in July, we are moving towards a tiered SC prize. As coaches reach the 1, 3, 6, 9, or 12-month mark, they will receive the correlating SC prize. These achievements do not need to be in consecutive months, but every year their prizes obviously will change. So basically what they're doing is they're going away from the monthly, but that means it will be better prizes for when they are earned. Okay. And if you think about it, it will also teach consistency. It will, they need to show up. They need, in order to get the punt 3, they have to hit SC 3 months. Okay. So the first month is a coach hat, really, really cool hat. Obviously the TBB one that we all wear a ton, very similar, very cute. The month 3 is the tank top, and these were also on display in the Corp. So if you had an opportunity to see them, that's what it was. The color of this bag, though, is not blue. It's gray. So if you saw it in the core, that is the correct one. And it's actually, so it's identical. If you have seen the Lulu carry-all bag, that's what it is. Yeah, it's really, really nice. So it's funny because I bought an army green one and brought it in, and just like, oh my gosh, we just designed this. And I was like, of course. And I'm going to get one. And I just spent $150 on my carry-all bag from Lulu. So it's a really, really, really great bag with tons of compartments. So fun. What was your question? Somebody unmuted themselves.
I unmuted myself. I think that bag is freaking cute. I wish the Team Beachbody, you could read it.
Oh.
I know it goes across, but don't you guys wish that Beachbody said Beachbody, beach down one side and body down the other? Anyway.
Yeah.
I see.
I felt the same way, Melissa. My OCD or whatever was kicking in overdrive.
It's super, super cute design. I just wish I could read Beachbody. Instead, it's EA, it just doesn't even make sense.
No, I see what you're saying now. I never even really looked that much into it, but yeah, it makes my brain hurt.
Yeah, because it starts over on the and you have to I don't know. It's cute though. I love the design.
Yeah, for sure.
Or even if they moved the little circle to the other side and had the B start first, that would make
more sense in my brain. Yeah.
But then it could be attraction marketing, and they'll be like, "What does that say?"
True. People are gonna be like, "Wait, what? What is that?" No, for sure.
Anyway, I love this idea so much because I know that so many of my coaches, when there's a call, they're like, meh, I'm not really going to push for it. But this, I think will help them really.
For sure. And I think it's all going to be in the delivery of how you talk about it. So it's hey, you get a prize for every 3 months that you're consistent with this. You kind of have to just teach them consistency, showing up every single day. And obviously, hopefully this new program will work. So that's it. But I like your feedback, and I agree with that on that for sure. Last but not least, obviously you all know that Summit 2019 is going to be back in Indy. The dates are different. Okay, so for all y'all teachers that had, especially kids in school in June, this will be a lot better. We're going back to July. So July 11th through 14th. So mark that one down. Obviously $130 non-refundable ticket right now, $180 refundable and transferable. So please get your coaches to sign up for that $130 price. It's really, really awesome and inexpensive. And reminder, if they wait till the very last minute, it's $295 at the door.
Hey, Brittany, can I give just a little point of feedback on that? The hotel registration, I don't know if I missed the announcement or whatever, but I was under the impression I was going to get an email, an invitation to book my hotel because of the qualifiers that they had outlined. And I didn't realize oh no, you go straight to the website. So by the time I got there, not a big deal. I still have a hotel and everything. We're cool. But it just was one of those things that was oh, bummer. For
sure. No. And I love your feedback, and I'll absolutely take that because we've been talking about the feedback and what needs to kind of, happen for the next year. So thank you. I love that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, let me escape out of this. stop share and hold up my leg. Oh, hold on 1 second. So let me ask y'all a question. Was that helpful to kind of see some of that? Maybe you can go back to this recording if you need it. If you need the doc, I'm more than happy to share that in our group. But just so it's on the forefront, yes, okay, perfect. I'll share the doc within our message thread so y'all can have it. But now I want to ask you ladies, so since coming back from Summit, I know we've been back, a day, maybe 10 hours, if that. But I want to hear, and especially, let me actually feed off of this, because our last call was with Moira Casaba, and she talked about, how do I teach my coaches not to get overwhelmed, right? The 5 to 8 things that they're going to come back and implement immediately. So my question for you is, what are you doing now to bring back the excitement of Summit and really carrying this through the next 6 months of the year? So please unmute yourself. I would love to hear from you.
Okay, so I will just say, coming back from this summit, this feels different than any other year, and I don't know if anyone else feels that way, but I had the most coaches that's ever attended from my downline there, and the energy they're bringing back is like insane. And so what we've been talking about just in our little messaging pods is so it doesn't seem overwhelming and you don't come back and feel like you have to just change everything, because we know that's what basically freezes people, and then they're like, oh, I was so inspired, but I got overwhelmed and now I quit. Is we're just doing like each day somebody different is going and sharing like different takeaways and what they're going to do to implement into their business. And so people are just picking up different nuggets versus here's all these things, now go change them. So, and that's really the language that I'm using, is making sure that people aren't getting overwhelmed. The other thing is our big upline team. So Diesel Nation, we just got off a leadership mastermind, and we're actually closing out our big team page that Becky and Christine started in like 2010. And we are making a brand new page where it's strictly, helping coaches grow. And one of the things that I said I'm going to do for that group is I'm going to do 2 live power pockets every single week. And so it's basically teaching new coaches how to do power hours, because I think they miss that actionable items. And one of them will be like an invite surge. So instead of being like, now you send your birthday messages, now you do this, like, no, we're going to spend the next 30 minutes and we're just going to invite, because this is what's going to move your business forward. So those are some of the things that we just talked about. I loved our leadership, mastermind group that we got to do. I think Trina's 5-day sneak peeks is phenomenal. And I think that's something that's super easy for us to implement with our teams. So I just think this was literally the best summit out of all 5 summits that I've been to. I think the way the core was organized, I think the fact that everything just felt different. I don't know. I feel like this is our comeback year. Like I just posted on Instagram, like this is going to be the year that like we look back and be like, I'm so glad I stuck with it. And I'm so glad that I had the courage to change my life, because like, I don't know, like I didn't come home from Summit feeling exhausted. I came back from Summit feeling energized and ready to like take charge in my business and step in and like change the world, because it's our responsibility. So
for sure. Love that. Thank you so much. Okay. Who wants to go next?
Okay, I'll go.
Yeah.
So Melissa and I were just talking, we're kind of doing the same type of things. So we just did a message thread, like separate with our team separate. But we're shooting a message thread with literally everybody that's told us they're pushing for Diamond, and like kind of made it pretty blunt. Like, I'm going to push you in this group. Every week we're going to do masterminds. I'm going to ask you your numbers. If you can't show me your numbers, like, I just love the whole, like, working with the working, not just the willing. Like, people have to show action. I'm not going to pour all my energy into people that just aren't showing up. obviously we're there for them, but you know what I mean. So that's kind of what we're focusing on a ton, is just literally like working with the people that are actually working and showing up. And we're going to try to combine our masterminds weekly. I've never really done like gaining like GSR calls. So just because we have like Micah doesn't do them. And so like, I just kind of never did them. But I'm going to try to do those like bi-weekly just for my downline, just to help my girls be able to, cause I mean, I don't know. I feel like it takes a while to get confident in talking about the business. So having me talk about it and helping their coaches to just make it simple. And that's what I loved about this summit. I feel like it was like, we didn't have tons of training on Shakeology and all those specific things, which I love Shakeology, but we just like, they just took it way more simple. Like, this is what you do to grow your business. We didn't need to know every little detail about what's in Shakeology and all that. And I just think that that's what's going to be good. I also had a question. I don't know if the workshops that they did, I know that they filmed some of them, and I don't know if they're out yet, but I'm going to try in my mastermind thing every day, put a video in there, and then talk about what they got from it whenever those are out. Do you know when they're coming out?
Great question. So I know it is one thing that they are putting up. Now, the time frame, they're saying it's going to be quicker than last year, meaning it didn't really happen really well last year. But it is something that's going to go in the back office, and they know the priority on them. Keep in mind, though, if it's anybody that was brought in, like if it's coaches presenting, then yes. But if it's anybody that we paid to bring in, typically in their contract, we can't share it. But yes, it is something, and I will keep you guys in the loop, because we're asking the same thing. Like, when are we going to have these? But I'll definitely keep you in the loop. And I saw your question 3 months in a row. I don't think it's 3 months in a row. I actually think that as soon as they hit 3, then they get the prize. But I'm going to triple check, because if not, it doesn't make sense to me. So let me get you an answer on that.
In like their announcement of it, they said it does not have to be consecutive.
Okay. I missed that.
Like, I remember writing that down.
Yeah.
So like the very first month you hit it, you'll get that prize. And then once you hit any 3 months, you'll get the third prize or the second prize. And when you hit any 6 months, you'll get the third. Are they doing more than that? I thought I heard that they.
So it says,
like, it won't start till next year.
Yeah, so it'll be 4. So since we only have 6 months left in the year, that's why it's going that way.
Yeah.
But yes, but thank you for asking that question too, because it makes me think consecutively, but it would be, how discouraging would it be? Like, okay, now you have to start over, right? We'd probably lose a lot of people from that as well. So thank you, Melissa, for answering that. Cozy, so yes, I will get you, as soon as I hear, I will absolutely put it in the message thread.
Okay. Yeah, then once that's out, I'm going to start implementing those so that people just take it back to the basics and just learn how to do Instagram, learn all the things that we learned in the workshop. So I think it'll be awesome.
Cool. Okay,
that's all.
No, that's great. What else?
I'll go, since I'm kind of like teaming up with her, so I don't need to talk about that part. But one thing that I've noticed I've really not done a great job of, like, my personality is all just like, if I'm going to do something, I'll do it myself. Whereas I have a lot of coaches coming into my team who need a lot of guidance. And I've heard a lot of these top coaches saying, like, we handhold our coaches. That's not something I've ever really been good at. So I'm working on being better at really mentoring. And that's the verbiage like that I'm using when I'm talking about bringing women into my team is I will like help you step by step. And so I just this week, actually I tried it like a month ago and I was not very good at it. So this week I've been more intentional, but I started a thread for my new coaches. And I just basically went through my downline and gathered every new coach I've added for the past, like, whatever, and who haven't really been like good at getting started. I put them in a thread and I just said, this is not one of my strengths, so I'm getting better at it. And I'm putting us all here so that we can work together. And I want to hear, what is one thing that you feel like you're stuck on, like you have no idea how to start or what's holding you back with coaching. And it was awesome because they all of a sudden like opened up. Whereas there was maybe 2 or 3 that had reached out to me, but now they're all communicating and working together. I've had 3 girls post transformations this morning and they're all messaging me like, crap, what do I say? Like, I've got all these people interested. And it was just like something that held them back from sharing. So if that's something that you haven't been doing, I recommend it. I mean, I'm not obviously very good at this, but I'm learning as I go, and I'm just being honest with them and just telling, like, so they can see, like, I'm a person. I'm not perfect. I'm still learning. I'm still growing as a coach. And now they're asking questions, and now they're like, hey, do you have an idea for, or do you have a video that teaches about this? And they're not asking me for advice. They're like, do you have a resource that I can watch where it helps me to find new friends on Facebook or find, so they're really excited, and there's lots of good energy, and I'm really hoping to just like push that through the end of the year. And like Cozy said, so we're running this mastermind group, and my goal is to help as many of my new coaches as possible get to Emerald. And once they get to Emerald, they're going into this mastermind. And this mastermind, their goal, I've got 2 incentives for them. The first incentive is I'm doing a retreat in September in Park City. We're going to go to corporate. We're going to do all these amazing things, team building. We're going to go hiking. We're going to go and do like some team building activities. So if they hit Diamond by July 25th, they get to come to that retreat in September. If they hit Diamond by July 25th, they get to go to that retreat. And then they also are qualifying for, we're doing a 15-star push. So if they hit Diamond and hold it through the end of the year, they're also going to, I kind of stole this idea from Danielle and Tony. I've been really wanting for years. Seriously, I've had this plan for 2 years to take my team to Disneyland. But I've always told them, like, unless we hit 10-star, like I can't do it. I can't afford it. So I've just told them, I said, we're doing a Disney Dash. That's kind of this mastermind, but there's these 2 incentives. So if they hold through the end of the year and we get that 15-star, then they'll also, no matter if they hit it in July or end of the year, whenever, they'll also qualify for the Disney Dash. So, or for the Disneyland trip. So really I'm pushing my girls who are a little bit further along to qualify earlier, to qualify in July. And then these girls who are literally Emerald coaches, but they've got a little fire inside of them, they're the ones who are going to be pushing. I know they probably, some of them might hit by July, but some of them might not, but at least they're pushing. Their business is going to grow. And then by the end of the year, they're going to have that confidence to continue to build their team, hit Diamond, maybe even hit Star or 2-star Diamond before the end of the year. So just really growing that momentum, helping them see the vision, helping them see that anyone can do it. Like, I'm the most unorganized person in the world. I'm not good at every part of coaching, but they get to see that. And I think that has built some confidence in them that, like, okay, she's not even on top of everything and she can do this. So of course, why not me? But I don't know.
No, that's good. And I think everybody, did you see all the comments? Like, that's on my vision board. That's what I want to do with my leaders. Crystal is asking roundabout, what do you think it will cost per person?
So I told them I will cover like their Disneyland ticket. The trip to California, of course, I'll cover. I want to take them to corporate. So we won't be doing like a ton of like really expensive things. The most expensive thing is probably Disneyland. And I think Disneyland tickets, you can get them for like $120 or something. So per person, my goal is 15 girls. So you can do the math. I will not cover their flight, but I did tell them if they hit SC10, they can earn travel cash from me. So that's going to help me get more coaches hitting Success Club every month, because, you know, if they're like, well, freak, I can't afford that. I can't afford a flight. But if Melissa's paying us $25 every month that I hit Success Club, that's going to at least be $250 or whatever. I don't know, whatever it comes out to be, to help them a little bit. And if we get that 10-star bonus, I'm willing to sacrifice and gift my coaches, you know, some of that travel cash, and of course the retreat that they're earning. So, and then, yeah, I pay for their hotel and their house, their housing and food, of course. Yeah.
So, and the 10-star diamond bonus is typically around 17,000. And then if you include the 5 and the 2, you're about 20.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, Disney does work. I mean, obviously Jalen did that same exact thing and is like, yep, they will go for Disney. They will go for an opportunity to be around you, that community, that support. So I
just want to add, like, it's just so magical. You know, Disney is really a magical feeling. And I think like going for something that's really challenging, really hard. And I just told them, I said, you guys, this is something 57 coaches in the entire company have done. And I believe our team can do that. And when they hear that, they're like, gosh, like we are a special team. Like we can do this. And it's really motivating and it makes them feel special. And then having that special trip at the end of it all, like something to look forward to and that's exciting and fun and maybe something that they've always wanted to do with girlfriends. It all kind of like fits together in a nice little package.
So when is this Disney trip? Is it January or is it February?
January. Yeah, it'll be in January.
Cool.
So as soon as the new year ends, as soon as we hit that goal. So I told them they have to qualify. They have to be in that qualification by November 21st, because that will hold through December 25th, that last week of December.
For sure. Last thing is, since you said you're going to bring them to a corporate in Santa Monica or a corporate here?
Santa Monica.
Okay, cool. So when you get to that point, let me know. And
yeah, I'll organize it with you if that's okay.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Okay, cool. All right. This is good. What else? We have a couple minutes left. I just want to hear, is there anything else that, and even maybe if you come back and you're feeling a little overwhelmed, like let's talk about it. You only need to implement literally a handful of things and everything else. And this is actually a great reminder that, we always forget this. We feel like what we learn at Summit, we have to now do by the end of the year. Reminder, you have now until next Summit to implement. So it's like, what are the most important things that need to get done and taken care of now? Right. And then obviously first of the year, yes, there's going to be other shiny goals, but what can you do to stay very tried and true to what you're working towards? That's going to build the momentum that will take you to, maybe it's rank events, maybe it's, these retreats, whatever it is, you have the opportunity. But the biggest thing is you need to take a lot probably off your plate. And it's kind of like in John Acorn's book, it's like, decide what you're going to fail at. Like that book, and it makes me think of Cozy because he's like, yeah, I didn't relate with that one. But if you're a perfectionist, like Muno right here, literally you're like, you get overwhelmed, you get paralyzed because you put too much on your plate. And then you're like, if I can't do it all perfect, I'm not going to do any of it. Like that is like so my mentality. And it is the stupidest mentality. I'll say it right now. But it's like, it's one of those things, like you have to decide, what are you going to fill out? What are you going to focus on? Like those types of things.
I have.
Yeah.
I have had, I've heard of all the Personality Plus books and I've done them all. Hold on, baby. Of course, right when I start talking, she talks. And nothing really, it clicked with me, but it really clicked with me, that guest speaker, about like the circles and the squares and the triangles. And then on top of that, how to deal with customers and coaches in the leadership part. And it really, it literally clicked like, oh, that's why that coach does that. Or that's why people get annoyed with me and my coaching when I'm a circle and I'm like, hello, how are you? But it really, really clicked. And I was able to even use it on the last day with some of my coaches, just understanding them more. And I guess not so much like trying to change who I am or they am, but just relating to them better and understanding what they like and what they don't like. And so that was like a huge thing for me. And then I loved Trina Gray's presentation at Leadership. I just feel like I relate to her so much, and she's become a really good friend, but I feel like she's really relatable to me and just really like, she makes it so easy. And so my team of the 3 or 4 leaders that were in the group, we were so excited about implementing some of the, I don't remember what you called it, but there was like a 6-day diamond dash type of thing. I'm excited about doing that. We're going to do that in August. And then just the one where she had her people invite customers and they kind of featured different products and just different exciting things and had some other coaches get involved in the team. I think that will be something that will help drive volume in the winter months. I think it's something that we always get, bummed that, fourth quarter blues. But I feel like if you prepare for it, and this is my 6th summit. And so it was by far, I feel, the most rewarding. I feel like it was the most organized. And I also feel like it was the most professional summit. I don't know how to explain that, except I related far more to the top coach presentation versus a puppet. You know what I mean? So I just, hold on, baby. I feel like it was just really good overall. Hold on, jeez. It was really good overall. Look at my daughter's teeth. Oh my gosh. Okay. Anyhow, she has fake teeth in. Well, Connie, okay, she took them out. Sorry. That's all. I'm done.
Thank you. No, I completely agree with you. And I actually love that you brought up the personalities. So How many of you are squares? Will you raise your hand? Squares. Triangles? I'm a triangle. Squiggle? Squiggle. Okay. And then what one did I not say? Circle? Circle. Okay. Isn't it funny how you can kind of see that in everybody? I was reading the square and I was like, oh, that's me. And Kevin looks at me, he's like, you're a triangle. And I was like, oh, I am a triangle. And every single one of us, like Mary was, I think a square or a circle. Sid was a squiggle. Like we are all polar opposite. And I'm like, and we all get along really well, but we are so different. So that was fun. Okay, cool. I'm going to say a little of each. No, for sure. For sure. And she even says that you can be a little bit of each. Very cool. So I feel like at this point, ladies, who's muted themselves? I want to make sure.
Oh, Whit did.
Oh, hi. Hi, go.
Hi. Sorry. I had a question for you guys who do the big retreat trips for your diamonds. I'm like, all right, dash to Disney. If you guys like, you're going to hit it. I know you will. But in the case that you don't, like my team hasn't gotten it in the past, do you still do the trip with the people who did do it, but you're not getting obviously the bonus to pay for the trip? So like, is the whole team let down at that point if, you know, one of you didn't get it or you hit 9-star? Do you still go on the Disney trip? That's what I struggle with, is like showing them a trip and then it's like, well, we didn't hit it. Sorry, wah wah.
I think it kind of depends. I know Micah did that with us once, and she had told us, like, these are the qualifications that we need to hit in order to do this retreat. So there was the expectation and almost like that accountability. Oops, sorry. Did I cut out? Almost that accountability where if we don't hit our goal, the whole team isn't going to be able to go on this retreat. And so it really was like a team responsibility. It wasn't one person or two people. It was like a goal we all had. I personally feel like if my team got to 9-star, I would still do it. If maybe not Disney, something else. I would say, you know what, we didn't hit our Disney goal, but I'd really love to get together. I'd really love to celebrate the accomplishments we did make, and I would just adjust. You know, like who was it at Summit that actually talked a little bit about this kind of? It wasn't like, oh, how did she say it? It wasn't, I don't know. I think it was the leadership thing where she said something about the remodel, and she said it's not like tearing down and starting all over. You're just taking what you have and fixing it, you know? So it's kind of how I see it, is like I wouldn't just destroy the whole thing because we didn't build it perfectly. I would just remodel it, change it up a little bit, make it fit what we have and what I can personally afford, and make the best out of it. Yeah, Christina said that. Thanks, Christina.
Perfect. Thank you.
Great question, though, because I was always like that, what if this happens? But I agreed, adjust the cells and really still celebrate those who committed. And maybe it's not a Disney thing, but I love that you think that. But I think this is the thing, is if you're like, oh, well, we're still going to Disney, it's like, well, I could have done it. I could have not done, like, you know, there's not much, there needs to be a little bit of adjustment for sure. Okay, so our last parting words here. Obviously, I'm not going to see y'all until July 17th. If you decide to continue on with us, awesome. I would absolutely love that. If you decide maybe it's not the best thing, I'm probably going to get a talking to you and be like, okay, stop. Surround yourself with community. The only time when I have coaches that kind of dip out, it's like, well, what I realize, it's a comparison. Like I'm comparing myself too much. And I'm like, okay, reminder, this is a community, this is the support, this is the love, this is the, you know, whatever it is. So if we need to adjust ourselves and make things a little bit different, that's the feedback that obviously I need to hear. So today, I'm actually going to do this as soon as I get off this call here in a minute, but I am going to create a Survey Monkey and just ask you a couple questions. Within that, obviously, the feedback, what went well, what do we need to adjust. I'm also going to ask your goals coming out of Summit so I can kind of see. And one thing that I need to do better, I know Melissa was talking about this, Melissa B was talking about this, but I know that I need, you know, if I'm not doing a one-on-one with you, it's hard for me to hold you accountable. I'll be completely honest with you. And so that is something that I'm in Q3, I'm going to get better at. Hands down. So what that means is I need to know, you know, what the vision is for Q3. What are you working towards and why? And I will tell you right now, if you feel like, well, I don't know, if you're feeling complacent, put a goal on the table. put a goal on the table and have something to work towards, because I promise you, in life, it doesn't matter if it's this business or in life, if you're not working towards something, you're just complacent and you're just sitting there. And typically what they say is we're not going forward, we're kind of falling back. And then to get the momentum and the excitement going again, it takes so much more effort. So I'm just going to say, like, what are 1 or 2 things that you're going to work towards in Q3? And then eventually, you know, it's going to turn into what's going to happen in Q4, because it's going to be those step-by-steps every single day that's going to take you to that. Okay. So just a reminder, next call is not going to start until July 17th. That's going to be after Super Saturday. I'm also traveling to Seattle and Portland. So if you're in any of those areas, which I don't think any of you are. Wah, wah, wah.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Okay. So, whether you think I'm dumb or not, that doesn't matter. But I have coaches in different areas of the country. So you go into the Coach Online office.
Yeah.
They don't have all the Super Saturdays in there. You put in your zip code or whatever. I know for a fact, I don't even know if Dallas is in there, and we have a big one. So then I'm trying to either Google or look for Facebook events. And it's honest to God a pain in the butt to try to find like what I want. So I mean, Googling, I saw that you were going to, I saw where you were going to be. So like, how do I know when I have certain coaches in certain parts of the country, like where to send them? You know, I have a girl in North Carolina, I have a girl in South Carolina. I want them to go to a good one, but I'm like, okay, is Fayetteville a good one? Which if you've ever been to Fort Bragg, it's not. But anyways, no, does anybody, like, how do you guys find the right events for your people? Like, where are you going? Because I searched Facebook and then half of them don't even have them up yet. Like I know, like I have coaches in Indiana and they haven't heard anything from Indianapolis. So are people just kind of running behind because of Summit or what?
To be completely honest with you, there's only 119 that are registered. That is the lowest that we've ever had. So if you think about it, we're in an awkward situation. We tried to move it, but then it was during the top 10 trip, and that takes 10 plus, it takes about 20 main people out of it. And so they had to keep it as the date as it was. So what's actually happening is a lot of these big cities are actually not doing them. Seattle's not doing them. Like literally, yeah, there's some big cities that are just not.
Well, we weren't going to, but then, I mean, Dallas didn't want to because it was so close to Summit, but then we got Joel, so we're kind of doing one.
You kind of have to do it then, yeah.
You kind of have to do it. I think you can come to my house and hang out.
I mean, why not? He loves beer. Just go take him to get a beer. But I would say this, I would highly encourage them if they don't see one on the map. I actually wrote that we need to do a post probably within our region pages of, hey, where's your Super Saturday? Put your event here. So I will put that on the agenda.
Thank you.
Yes, of course. And then just a reminder to do it. And I feel like we've done a lot of reminders, but it's also an encouragement that they need to do one out of their house. They need to, because if they're not seeing one, it's probably because last year we didn't do one and then the holidays. So there's a to talk to you.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes. Crystal, we can absolutely talk about that. Yes, you got it. I'm on it. I almost called you Joy. Okay, the name threw me off, Christine.
I know. I'm going to log out. I'm so sorry.
You're good. Okay, ladies, I don't want to take any more of your time today. I really appreciate you showing up. If you have anything that you want to say, do not hesitate to message me. Like I said, today I will get you a link. Please take 5 minutes and just fill that out for me so I am aware. Other than that, I feel like this was a great mastermind the last 8 to 10 weeks. So thank you for your participation. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for all your questions to these top leaders. That was a lot of fun. You're welcome. Absolutely. Okay. Love you all so much. I'll talk to you soon and have a great day. Okay. Bye, ladies.